Hi, everyone. I'm here with Jenn Lynn. And
hey, everybody.
Happy New Year's Eve day. And of course, all of you, I know all of you watch, Becca and Jenn Lynn and Johnny. And just in case you've been under a house somewhere and you haven't heard the news, we will all be over on Jenn Lynn's channel for charity for
feedingamerica.org.
And there's a direct donate button now, so Jenn doesn't have to claim it on her taxes, and YouTube can't take a portion out, so it goes straight to the organization.
It goes straight in, so 100% of it goes to Feeding America. So I can't wait, because last time we raised $1,800. So I can't wait to do this tomorrow night and see what happens.
It's going to be really wonderful. And it's going to be meeting the moderators at 10, right?
Yeah, another thing about the donation button, it will sit on that video forever. So if you need to wait till January till you get your stimulus check to do a donation, you can go back later, after the live stream and still donate later. So
that's fabulous news.
Yeah, meet the moderators tomorrow night. We've got 8 or 9 that'll be on with us.
Great.
First hour from 10 to 11 Eastern time. Not all the moderators are want to go on camera. They're a little shy.
And that's understandable, right?
Yeah, and there's privacy issues. Like depending on what you do for a living, career-wise. The videos live out there forever. So if you don't want Trump supporting family or anybody to see on it, you got to think about it.
Right, exactly. But we're so grateful for all that they do. And I haven't seen Jules in the last couple of videos. I wonder if she is traveling. Has anyone seen Jules? And also, I'm looking for my brother today to join us in Seattle. So maybe Steve will join in the chat.
Oh, he watches you?
Well, he is a reverend, and he is a painting contractor, and he just recently started retiring officially. So he's still doing, a few select jobs here or there. So, but yes, he was going to try to come on today.
Tomorrow night, starting at 11 Eastern time, we'll have our readers join us like we did on election night. So Adrienne, Lori, Autumn from Black and Orange, Adrienne from Red Lentil, Ganga Tarot.
Ona.
Ona I haven't heard from yet, but I'm sending her an invite. So I don't know if she just hadn't responded. Lynn from Lynn's Tarot, the lady that everybody always gets me confused with because of our names.
Right. Well, that's easy. That's easy to do. It's just you're Jenn Lynn and she's Lynn.
Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting?
Well, you said Becca, Johnny, you, Ganga, Ona, Adrienne, myself, Autumn, Black and Orange.
Right, there's one more.
Adrienne.
I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. My apologies, whoever I'm forgetting.
Okay, me too. I think we got everyone, though.
I'm counting. Oh, I didn't count myself. Hello, that's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I feel bad if I forgot somebody.
Yeah, well, I started panicking there. It's like, well, I don't think we did. If we, boy, that's really because usually I know if I'm forgetting something. That doesn't mean I'm going to remember it right then, but usually I have some idea that I might. Hi, Rebecca.
We've got Artie here, and I have Lucy behind me.
Yeah.
We got 4 inches of snow last night, and then we got an ice storm. So it packed the snow down, and it was like all slick and everything. So I have to go out after we do this live stream and shovel where they snowplowed the road and blocked my driveway again.
Lovely, lovely.
Don't you love how they do that?
Yes, I do.
Here you go.
Well, when I was a kid, I loved it because I jump in it, but not anymore.
Oh, it's because we got that ice storm. It's like chunks of ice.
All the ice
into my driveway. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's no fun.
I have somebody that does my driveway for me and my sidewalks. So, of course, he was already gone. And then the road snowplow came through and blocked the end of the driveway. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to melt anytime soon.
No. All right. So I was 2 days ago, if you guys were watching in the live, have a lot. Hi, Prairie. I have a lot of people here that were watching the live. I asked if we were going to get it, if the Senate would pass, if the vote would pass to bring up the money to $2,000 for the stimulus money. And I got a very clear, definite yes with the strength card as the outcome. But that is never a fast card. It takes a lot of wrangling with that lion, you know, with the lady with the lion. It takes patience and perseverance. And then Becca looked at it and she worded it differently.
Look, I'm the lady with the lion.
There you go. So then she worded it differently and she got a no. And then CNN said this morning that they're forcing the checks out like right now, the 600 checks. So I want to know, does it go up to 2,000? Is there a second check? Does the amount equal? Perhaps we're not asking clearly.
So yeah, because let's ask it this way. Will they increase the amount of the checks by the end of the year, which is tomorrow?
Okay.
Will they increase the amount of the checks to $2,000?
By tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. And then we can extend it after that if we want.
Yeah. Let's see if we get a yes or no by tomorrow.
Okay.
Artie's just sitting here purring.
Will they extend the, will they bring it up to 2,000 by the end of the year? Whoops. Now, see, the victory card started to come out there. Hi, Mr. B.
While we were warming up, I kept shuffling and the devil card kept falling out, but I wasn't focusing on a question, but I was like, okay, cards want to talk today.
Oh, boy. What you got? You go first when you get them laid out, please.
I'm getting eventually yes, but that may be under Biden. So let me walk you through it. I'm getting, you know, here we're celebrating, we got the 600, right? And now they're trying to change it and shining a light on all the reasons why, you know, the Republicans haven't been doing this. They're trying to get the plan off the ground. People are content, constituents are content with $2,000 for now. But there's an imbalance. It's going back and forth, you know, making new plans. So this is probably Mitch McConnell trying to add more crap into the bill, charging in, trying to do something with it. I have the charity card, and I also have my smaller amount card. So I have charity card, this one, charity card and smaller amount card. I have a feeling they're not going to get the 2,000 by the end of the year. Because I get hanging on and burdened like it's hard work. I eventually get my yes card, but right now I'm getting stuck. So I don't think it's going to be by the end of the year.
Okay. So, well, that would match what I had received day before yesterday. And also when I had asked if they were going to pass that first stimulus, the second one, the $600 one, we kept getting that ace of pentacles that McConnell would try to slip something in the back door. And that's exactly, our guides were very helpful with that. So I got the page of pentacles too, which incidentally was the card of the day on Facebook and Instagram, but it's challenged. So they're coming up with, this could be, you know, Schumer with this, let's try this, but it's on top of the tower and the Three of Swords are split. And pain and tears, but then there's another proposal, and then I get the Sun card like you too. So it's, but first we get a no. It's like we just can't. That's on the doorstep. And then something I think gets passed, like you got. So you want to take a look if we get it for, in 2 weeks?
Let's ask pre-inauguration. Will they pass the increase to $2,000?
Okay.
Pre-inauguration. Because we know Biden will do it, Pre-inauguration.
Pre-inauguration, will we get the amount up to the 2,000?
Ooh, somebody in chat already got their $600 deposited from the IRS.
Yeah, they said this morning on CNN, they said, check your accounts. You may have already gotten it. That's just another sneaky way of them just trying to push it through, saying, we don't have enough money to send a second check. We can't, this has already happened. But Bernie is supposed to be doing some fancy footwork on the floor to try to.
He's got to filibuster that Pence spending bill. So are we going to get the 2,000 pre-inauguration?
Pre-inauguration. Thanks for letting us know that, Smiling Heart. I appreciate that. Well, you let us all know that, right? Pre-inauguration. I love the same cards. Someone else, Kristen Jane, said she just got it too.
I think we're going to have to wait for the transition for Biden.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'm getting. Let's see, because it's like, unclear and there's subterfuge going on. I start out with the tower, like it's falling apart and the cheaters are the challenge, the thieves and cheaters. Here they came up with the new bill in the past to raise it to 2,000. That's the plan, get it up. And then we got bully Mitch McConnell. I'm going to call that my Mitch McConnell card today. It's like after Trump is gone, they're, or until Trump is gone, they're still fighting. There's anxiety about it. And I get, out in the cold from it. Thank you, Janie. But then I get, the transition team comes, the new transition, the new administration comes in. And there's Kamala's going to take us to higher ground. So she's the deciding vote or whatever. She's going to make it happen.
Okay. So I too got the tower again. And then I've moved on to the Queen of Swords. But we just can't get everyone on board. I've got that 3 again. And then right up to the last minute, I have the Sun card. So either it's right before or right after, but it's got to be like right towards that. So
wow,
we got a lot of matching cards there. But there's quite a few people that are just being very, set in their ways and just not. Thank you, Rhonda.
Can we look at how Bernie's going to do with this filibuster?
Yes, let's look at Bernie. Whenever I think of Bernie, I always think of him and that bird, the bird landed on the bird. Yeah.
Bless his heart. He is trying to do the right thing for people in America. And
he really is.
Heart of gold.
He really does. And when we get that page of pentacles like that, and it keep coming up for you and I, we have to really take note of those messages from birds and Mother Nature. And all right. How will Bernie do?
Well, I keep getting the full injustice card, my Trump injustice card. We got to look at Trump next, because something's getting ready to change there.
Okay. Boy, he's trying.
Oh, he is trying so hard.
He's holding out. He's trying to get some control there.
Yeah, he's showing up as emperor for me, the strong authority figure. He's really trying to protect us. The challenge is all the liars and inside men that are, that are the Republican guys. So, he's hoping he doesn't have to walk away and can celebrate. And he's going to remind them this is what the White House wanted also, to raise it to 2,000. But I get the tower, confusion. There's going to be a lot of confusion, and then ultimately losing. And then I start getting my Trump injustice, and his fortune's getting ready to change. So I wanted to look at that. But I get his talking. He is able to block for a while. Bernie's talking.
Mm-hmm.
But with Trump, I get that sort of truth's getting ready to come out about something. Something's getting ready to break.
Yeah, I think you're right. Something's coming out. Definitely. I got that same sneaky secret card. And he may be one of the ones to sort of out it.
Yeah. He always tells on himself.
But he gets mad. He becomes very impassioned in what he believes. And I think that he's going to hang in there. And I think he helps us get there. But it's very difficult. I think he's really had it. I think he's just going to be like, I'm going big because I'm not going home.
Yeah. He's definitely going to do his best to block it, though. It looks like he may get to block it for a little bit. But at the same time, he doesn't want to block it too long, because they're trying to override a veto that Trump did on the defense bill, because we want our soldiers to get paid, right? So he's walking a fine line doing it.
Right. Wow. Let's
really look at Trump. Let's look at Trump.
Okay, let's look
coming up. I think my angels want to talk about Trump for a minute.
Only because the devil card came out 2 times.
Well, I keep getting my fool and justice, and that walking away card.
I got some crazy cards, and I noticed in one of your last readings, you kept getting the 9 of Swords for him as well. And I never used to get that for him. Now it comes up all the time.
He's getting anxious. I used to get the 9 of Swords on everybody else around Trump, but not on Trump himself.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to look at Trump over the next couple of weeks. What's going on with his energy?
With Trump's energy over the next couple of weeks. Trump over the next couple of weeks. Thank you, Paul and Karen and Gma, everyone that said thumbs up. Thank you.
We have to look at that lawsuit against Mike Pence too, by Texas, by Gomer.
He has lost his mind. Whatever he had as one, he's lost.
Or Gomer, as Becca calls him.
Yeah.
It's something to do with the crown bug. Something surprising getting ready to happen here, because I've got my crown bug card and the sick people and fighting over something. And Trump's in the middle, like partying and having a good time, and people are dying. So He's got a new plan that he's trying to get going. You know, to protect himself, protect the little liar. You know, that's my mini Trump. It's coming in really, really fast. I can't get a grip on what the plan is.
He's definitely up to something. You know, he had been doing nothing, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, but he's trying to get other people to do what he wants, which is what he does. But then he hits a delay, and then he'll actually have a little bit of success. Maybe he thinks that, you know, on January 6th, he can get a couple people to do his bidding. So he feels like that is a somewhat successful day, or getting people to get in there and struggle over the 2,000. What else have you got?
I get that he's like just giving the crumbs, you know, he's out golfing and stuff to the job, and he's got a new job. He's got a new inspiration.
Okay.
He's got a new source of income. And look at this. I get the walking away, my separation card. You know, out of balance.
Yeah, he's definitely working on a new deal. Got the Lover's card there.
He's got something. He's turning his back on everything, looking overseas, because he knows he's trapped, so he's looking for help. America's going to learn about something else he betrayed us on. That's my America card, and that's my treason betrayal card. Something that he bullied about. Something else is getting ready to, and I'm going to say something he did about the crown bug, because I got all these crown bug cards here. Something's getting ready to break. We're going to find out something else that he did or did not do during the pandemic.
Do we want to look at that real quick, or go on?
Let's ask, because there's going to be breaking news about Trump and the crown bug.
Yeah, I got it. Was the Eight of Wands. But we know that he, again, overestimated how many people. They're not having a good, they're having the turnouts. People in my county went at 10 a.m. Started lining up at 10 a.m. yesterday again for today. They were there since. To
get the vaccines.
Yes. Yeah. And there's going to be many that are turned away.
Promised 20 million, and it's like, you know, we're probably barely at 1 million getting the vaccines. Well, yeah. No, I think they said it was like 4 million or something like that by the end of the year would have it.
All right, let's see what gets exposed on Trump about the bug.
I cut my finger yesterday.
Oh, no.
So I'm having to be careful when I shuffle not to hit my cut.
Which finger was it? Your pointer finger?
Yeah, and I'm right-handed, so it's on the hand that I use a lot, so I keep bumping it to do some energy healing on myself.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy.
Because that's your control finger, your Jupiter finger, right? Your pointer finger?
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Stacy. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, you're right. It comes out. It's announced quickly.
Ooh, he's got the tower sitting right under him.
Oh, boy.
While he's trying to hang on to power. Yeah, there he is. Little liar.
Wow.
Liar in chief.
Oh. Oh. God. Lord. What'd he do?
I'm wondering if he's getting ready to announce a trip to Russia or something stupid like that in his last 20 days in office.
It could be that bad. I mean, that might look at the last 4 cards I got. The Tower, the Magician, the Bully, and the
Oh my God, it's major, whatever it is. Look at all that major arcana.
It is so big.
I've got the Towers right underneath him, and he's trying to show strength. You know, his challenge is to hang on to the White House. But he's going to do something like he's done in the past. So either he or one of his kids or somebody, you know, I've got my Journey card, and I've got my Russia card. And, you know, he's feeling burdened. So he's like going somewhere to harvest the seeds.
Yeah, I have the Empress card too. There's deals, associations that come to the light.
He's afraid of going to jail.
Yeah.
Wow, wouldn't that be funny if he went to Russia and stayed? Yeah, I never got that he would finish his term. Let's ask it that way. Would Trump finish his term?
Okay, let's ask that.
I've never gotten that he would finish his term. And we're getting right here at the end. But although when I read on what happens to Trump on Inauguration Day, you know, I get that he's going to chain himself to a radiator to try to stay there.
That always makes everyone laugh. I don't think it's about someone was worried that the vaccines that they lied, but I don't think that Fauci and his boss, I don't think, and WHO, I don't think they're lying about the vaccines. I think the vaccines are safe.
Yeah, Pfizer and Moderna did not take any money from government to create their vaccines, so Trump is not involved in them. I feel pretty good about theirs.
All right, so we're asking if he will finish out his term.
Will he finish his term?
To the last day.
Or will he pick up his toys and leave?
Thank you, 5 Paces, for putting the question.
Because I always got, I'm going to say prior to August of this year, I always got he would leave before his term ended. But lately, I get he's clinging, you know, and he's hard to read on because he changes his mind all the time.
Mm-hmm. He wants to be the star. I mean, he wants to have some sort of parade for himself or some sort of rally or parade or... Go ahead when you're ready.
I get right now, like courts and sort of truth is his challenge, is sitting right on him. So
wow,
that's his challenge. So he's like a lunatic right now. He doesn't know what he wants. He's totally and completely unhinged and unbalanced. And then I have Biden coming in and victory, you know, and securing us and grounding us and new opportunities, and Kamala coming in also. But I get something about money news. It's legal and Trump going away. So I'm not sure he's going to finish his term. Thank you, J.A.
Thank you, J.A.
I'm not getting...
I think he makes a cut and...
Cuts and runs.
Yeah, right at the very end. You got the chariot too? Yeah.
Yeah, his erratic behavior, cut his losses and runs.
Yeah, and isn't it funny that we both got these swords of justice? Both.
And the queen, and I got the queen and king of swords. It's like,
yeah, and I'm getting chills now. Oh, I didn't get the king. I only got the queen and the ace. Yeah, I think he's
changing his plan. Instead of chaining himself to the radiator, I think he may cut his losses and hide somewhere.
Yeah. Stephen, I noticed that Stephen commented that he may have stockpiled some of the vaccine for sale to other countries. I think that's probably very true.
Yeah, that's true, David. He has always been a lunatic, but you have to admit, during December, he has really gone off the charts.
Yeah, gone even more crazy than I thought he was going to go. Yeah. So let's take a look. Speaking of the vaccine debacle here, and all the elderly people over 65 waiting overnight with the, thank God the weather has been not bad in the last couple of days. But they had to bring in porta potties. The police came and brought them coffee. I mean, we have elderly people with wheelchairs and walkers, and
I mean, a lot of places you have to have an appointment to get it. Like you call and make an appointment. So Florida apparently is not doing that, right? They're not
in my county yet, but Charlotte they saw what happened with us, so they're going to go the more intelligent route. Yes.
We know DeSatan doesn't have a plan.
No, and he actually took the workers, instead of bringing other people in to give the vaccination, he took the workers that were doing the testing and closed some of the testing sites. Get it? Thank you, Miss JJ. He closed some of the testing sites so that they would give the vaccines, because he doesn't want you to know the numbers. And he doesn't want you to know about the new virus numbers. No.
Which they've already had a case in Colorado, I heard.
2.
I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, guys. I keep putting my hand to my nose because I keep feeling a sneeze coming on.
There you
go. Cat hair floating around.
So I think they have 2 cases in Colorado already.
Yeah. So how are we looking at this?
Okay. So I want to look to see, will the distribution, what do I want to ask? Do I want to ask if the distribution will get more regulated in the next 2 weeks, and will more people get it? Will it be more successful than what's happening right now?
Okay.
And then I want to ask about the virus. Okay. So will we get better organized? Will we get more vaccines if there's a holdup? Delilah, the 5th is when the Georgia Senate race is, and the 6th is when Pence. Oh, I wanted to ask about that. That's
the opposite. The 5th is the Electoral College, and
oh, did I do it the wrong way?
And the 6th is the Georgia runoff, I think.
Maybe I got them mixed up. Thank you, Steve. All right. So will we get more? Will more people be able to get it?
Okay, here we go again. Angel's trying to send a message through. So I start with Trump and him blocking getting it out there more quickly. Okay. And there's a hidden agenda behind this, because he's all smug and he's probably making money off of something. Although he's not making money off of Pfizer and Moderna, he may be making money off some other things. So I get, it crashes almost, like they just can't get it moving. And then look at this. Here we go again. Something legal, sort of truth, and walking away with Trump in the middle. Something big is getting ready to happen. Either they're going to indict a sitting president, or
yeah, they didn't handle it right. There's news coming very soon with this big night of wands, and it's got to do with the money and manipulation that they didn't want people to see. Where all did it go? Who else got it?
I mean, they've got millions and millions of vaccines made up at Pfizer. So
yeah, we're in competition with someone else in our own country. Uh-oh, opportunities. All right, it'll get better because this is going to come out. It's going to come out, but the wheel is up at the top.
I think once Biden's in, there'll be a plan that gets, everything will be transparent under him. He will make sure that we know what the plan is and how many are coming, and it'll be doable. And if they have problems, they'll address it right away. So I feel confident under Biden, we'll start getting vaccines rolling out quicker.
Yeah. So, Delilah, why are you asking about January 2nd? Is that just a feeling that you have? Because the runoff and the big days are the 5th and the 6th. So
January 2nd, the Senate's not even open.
Is that
I think we'll come back on the 3rd is when they swear in the new members of Congress.
Okay. So the 1st is Friday. Saturday would be the 2nd, right? I don't know what that is. Maybe she wants us to take a look at that. All right, let's look at, do you want to take a look at the second strain, how bad it is, or do you want to take a look at if Pence is going to do the right thing on the 6th? Will he be evil or will he do a good job?
Let's look at Pence, because I feel like the we're gonna get this second strain, we're gonna see a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th. It's gonna be like the flu where we have to get updated shots all the time. So I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
I just feel like it's a virus, Yeah. It's gonna mutate.
I know. I'm just so worried about this one spreading more quickly. I mean, I know that's bad, but at least it isn't more killer, but it just has the ability to spread more quickly. We're going to have to be extra, or in the South, as we say, extra. We're going to have to be extra careful.
T-Bart says she doesn't understand. If women had been in charge, that baboon would have been pulled down. Subpoenas would have been honored and jail time. I'm like, yeah, get some Aries women in there. We'd take it down.
You can say that again.
So January 6th, is Pence going to, the confirmations aren't really up to him. It's up to the Senate and the House. So he doesn't really have any authority. Now, what they're trying to do with that Gomer lawsuit is force him to take more authority. But will Pence honor the Electoral College vote? Will he honor that Biden is our elected president-elect?
Will he honor Biden as president-elect or not? Pence. What does Susie say? I think he'll do the right thing.
We're talking about Holly standing in for Pence. I didn't know that.
Who?
Representative Holly. I forgot the name. Holly.
Josh Hawley just said he'd object. Oh man, I didn't see the rest of it.
Tell us again, guys. We missed it.
Oh, how they say that Josh Hawley of Missouri is ready to object to the certification. Wow, what have you got? This is interesting.
I get a blocking Trump, which creates a lot of anxiety, but there's another hidden agenda that's coming out. But I get he's like turning his back on Trump. But there's some sort of action that's taken.
Oh, I got that too.
And it makes things like a little bit unclear. I think it's Nancy Pelosi is ready to take some sort of legal action if they try to protect Trump.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a mixed bag here. I got that leading up to it, he does his usual talking over everyone, and I'm going to do this my way, and I'm going to back Trump. And then he gets in there, and it's almost like someone has told him something, whispered in his ear, and then he gets the sword of justice. So
it's going to be a crazy day because Trump's got his friends that are loyal to him, that they've collaborated together. They know like how they're going to present this. So they try to change things, and they create some very unclear things. But I get we're stuck with Biden.
yeah.
Moving on from the bully. Moving on, moving away. I mean, they're definitely going to try to create chaos that day. I will be glued to the TV that day.
Yeah, and what is that? What day does that fall on? Does anybody know what day the vote falls on? The 6th? Is that a?
Well, let's see. The 1st is a Friday, so
would it be Friday?
It would be the following Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay. Well, I almost feel like there's some sort of problem.
I mean, it's 1 week from today.
Yeah. Oh, it is actually 1 week from today, right?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and walk through your cards. I'm going to throw some cards on Louis Gohmert and his lawsuit.
Okay. So I'm getting this weird thing with Mike Pence, being fork-tongued and a two-headed Medusa, kind of. A little bit of bad and a little bit of good. It's like this really weird energy.
Like he'll let the idiots that don't want to honor the Electoral College, he'll give them a chance to speak probably and create all their hoopla, but
then swing the sword in the end.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. At least I didn't get the tower and the devil and the bully like we got with Trump.
Yeah.
And that was, my God.
We're stuck with Biden, so.
We're stuck with him?
We're stuck with him. Like they can't change it. We're stuck with Biden.
What are you looking at, Gohmert?
Gohmert, yeah. And first card I get's the bully.
Mm-hmm.
There's his new inspiration for his plan. He got off the ground with the lawsuit. But look, again, I get something about the crown bug and Trump separated from his power. His fortune changes. Little confusion about what's going on, but America sees it. He loses, and Gohmert loses.
Yeah, it's like he's gambling with that Wheel of Fortune there, and the seven of cups.
They're going to try to celebrate like they won for image sake, because that's their hidden agenda. They got to try to act like, oh no, Trump won, but it's a lie. You know, it's all a lie. It's just propaganda.
Right.
It's just not accepting, you know, fact.
Yeah. Those are the loser cards you got for him. Okay, Pence. We looked at Satan. And okay, so Johnny had a question.
Yeah, Johnny texted me a question. He wants to know, what are the first two things that Biden's new AG will do? So I'm going to pull cards on the first thing and then cards on the second thing.
Okay, what are the first two things? Do you get that it's a woman for him?
I have always gotten it was a woman until recently, and now I get it's like he hadn't decided. Like, I can't get an answer now.
Do you want to start? You want to ask if it's a woman or a man first?
We could start there. Like, see if we can get. Has he made a choice yet on his AG?
Has he made a choice yet on? Has Biden made a choice yet on his AG? A lot of people thought it would be Yates, but I got a no for her. But he may have changed his mind.
I think he's kind of waiting till after the Georgia election to announce see if he's going to have control of the Senate, and then he's going to announce somebody that's going to be a hard ass, put the hammer down.
It's going to have to be a very strong person. Has he decided? Has Biden decided on who he will nominate for who he's chosen for his AG? What have you got?
Here's Biden.
Valeria thinks it's Merrick Garland. Sherry, you crack me up.
I'm getting a man now. I'm getting an emperor. I've got Biden at the root of this. Judgment tells me he's made a decision.
Okay.
That he's like moving on from that because he's made a decision. He hasn't activated the plan yet. The person is strong.
What'd you get when you said the person is strong? What'd you hold up?
Yeah, they're strong and they have a lot to offer. Biden is anxious about announcing it for some reason of who got the new job. So he's kind of holding back for a little bit. He's waiting to see what happens. I guarantee it's waiting to see what happens in America. So he's waiting for probably the Electoral College confirmation and the Georgia elections. But I get it's a man.
Okay, that's interesting. I've got
there's a yes card on that.
Okay, all right. I have a man and a woman, so he may have been geared. He may have had two people that he was choosing from. This has been a lot of work for him. It's been very trying. It was really big. People said, some disparaging things to him, and it was a lot of work. I think it's still going on. I'm not sure that he's actually.
He's got to have somebody that's tough, but also that just emotes honesty, after Barr. He's got to have somebody that really gets across with transparency, that the law will do what the law is supposed to do.
Yeah, it just keeps coming across is that it's just so much work for this person. Whoever's coming into this is just under siege and in a deluge of poop. Bad, hard work. Their work is going to go on for years with this stuff. Okay, so you got a man, right?
Yeah, I got a man that time.
I got a man and a woman.
Now, getting a man card doesn't mean necessarily it's a man. It could be a woman that has a lot of masculine, strong energy.
He's seen as the emperor.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That can be seen as a leader. But I'm going to ask, what's the first two things the new AG is going to do? Johnny, question.
All right. So we're going to ask, what's the first thing?
Yeah. What's the first thing, and then what's the second thing?
What's the first thing the Attorney General is going to do? Right, David? Who in the right mind would want to tackle that AG position? What will be the first thing the AG does? I can't wait to hear what you've got.
First thing I get, completion and victory on the bottom here. They've already got their plan. Their challenge is little smug Trump. They're going to first, I think, move some of the bullies out of the Department of Justice. Like, he's going to assess everybody. So he's going to bully some of the people out of the Department of Justice. The second thing I get is he's going to get Trump for blocking, obstructing justice. His fortunes changed. Justice comes up. He gets that plan off the ground. Like, he gets him for obstruction of justice and manipulating things. Wow. There's just so much betrayal. It makes him anxious. I don't know that he might not go after him for treason, because that's my treason card.
Yeah.
And I get that fault. Like, he's going to start shining a light on everything that he can.
Yeah, this is going to be really tough. I mean, really, really tough, because there's so much involved.
There's other people in the government that are going to leave because of it, because he's going to start putting a lot of information out there.
Yeah. The first thing I see him doing is just cleansing and getting rid of the structure. So the challenge card is the structure that was put in there by Humpty Trumpty. So that's the change of the structure, and then investigating the security breach and how and who betrayed who. This is so huge. Good Lord.
Get the information out there about the security breach, and then sanction the crap out of the people that did it.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be up to Congress and Biden to do the sanctions, but he'll get the information out there.
Yeah. When I asked about that before, I got that other countries would really join with us in punishing Russia, and that he would probably be shocked at how much. All right, so we're going to look at the second thing.
Yeah, it's something directly involving Trump and gifts of money.
Okay.
His challenge is to have strength on this, because Trump's gone, and my feeling is they've destroyed so many files and stuff, so many records. But I get moneyed news coming out, so it's definitely about money. And something about the people that Trump cut, you know, like Comey and Yates and all these people that he had.
Yeah.
Something about people he had cut.
That's funny you said that, because Vindman just popped in my head.
Yeah, in the justice system and changing fortunes there. So some manipulation the thief did. So he's going to look into people that were cut, like longtime career people within the FBI and the CIA and Department of Justice.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing, and possible restitution somehow. You know, going back into the past, getting them into a stable, if they want their job back, or if they want,
bringing some of them back,
and that's going to really make some people angry. Ooh.
All the conspiracy theorists, that'll piss them off if they brought like Andrew McCabe back.
Yeah. I'm just happy he's going to get his retirement. That was horrible.
Yeah.
I put him in the prayer box for quite a while. All right. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's uncovering the vicious lies and rumors and people who were slandered and with the Russia and the 2016 election. All right, so Johnny got his question answered. Yeah, I haven't seen him comment in here. He's probably, as he calls it, lurking. All right.
I fell asleep last night and missed Becca's live. I had to watch that this morning over my morning coffee, and then I missed your live yesterday, so I got to go watch it later.
Well, she started, I actually had fallen asleep, got up, and my phone pinged that she was on, and I thought it was 10 o'clock because I fell asleep at like 9 or something like that. And I thought, oh, Becca, I'm going to have to watch that tomorrow when I go outside. Yeah,
because she's on Pacific time, so she's always, what's normal time for her is late for us.
Right. So everyone's talking about the Letlow guy, the senator in Louisiana, the Republican senator to be, that died of COVID yesterday. So what do we want to ask about that? Will they put in another Republican? Who gets to do that? Is that the governor?
The governor gets to choose, and usually they stick to whatever party that person was from. So I don't know if they have a Democrat or a Republican governor down there right now, but we could look. Will it be another Republican?
Okay. Will it be another Republican for Louisiana Senate?
Hey, Miss Peggy, I owe you a phone call.
Valeria said governor is Democratic in Louisiana.
Oh, Mystery Achiever saying it's a congressman. They have to hold a special election.
Oh.
She posted on Becca's comments yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if a Republican
will win
win
the special election, because that's a very Republican.
Yes, it is. Stranglehold. Oh my gosh.
It's like the Doug Jones situation when they held the special election for him.
Will a Republican get in to replace Letlow? What a tragedy. Horrible tragedy.
Yeah, he wasn't that old, was he?
41, and he had two small boys, I think, two small children. Tragic. What'd you get? What you getting?
I get the Republicans will hang on to that seat because they're stuck in that state. Even though he was ill, and like you would think it would give him a different way of thinking about it. But I get, at the root of this, yes, and victory to a Republican, a lot of donor money coming in to hold on to that seat. A lot of money coming in.
Yeah, you got the 10 of Pentacles too. And the greed wants to hold on to it. It will be a little bit of a struggle and a fight. So it's not that there isn't going to be a fight, but I think I think we're both getting the same thing. Struggle, but they get to the top of the mountain with that. They're going to have to eat their Wheaties, though. That's my Eat Your Wheaties card. All right. What else are we doing?
I got a good question.
Okay.
Obama's administration was virtually scandal-free within the administration, other than Benghazi, which they investigated the crap out of and never found anything. Right. Will Biden's administration be virtually scandal-free?
Okay.
Nobody in his administration doing insider trading or making money off deals, or
the Biden administration be scandal-free, mostly scandal-free, because
like Obama's was. Like no one was ever prosecuted in Obama, so I'll ask it that way. Like no one prosecuted for anything under Biden's administration.
Now that does not include Hunter. His administration, not
unless he gives Hunter a job like Trump gave all his kids jobs. I don't see that happening.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh, are you getting a little
Well, there's always, even he's saying that, there's always a rotten apple somewhere,
I get, like he's offering positions to people that he's really trying to use his best judgment because he knows everyone's going to watch and judge. So he's blocking people from the White House that he thinks would be risky. That's his plan. Like he wants it to be scandal-free. And this will be, part of his legacy. But I get there's something surprising with one man that might go to jail.
I got the jail card too. But I also got that someone would be framed, and it's going to be a Trump supporter framing an innocent person.
Interesting. I think it's going to be over the crown bug.
Okay.
Like making money off of like a pharmaceutical company or whatever, like insider trading is what I'm getting.
Okay. Yeah. When I first looked at it and I said ruh-roh, I thought, oh man, somebody's been really bad here. But then I was like, wait a second. It doesn't look like they actually did it. It looks like it's a setup. Somebody left over from Trumpty. So
I get a yes, like going to court. May happen rather quickly within his administration. But I get two of my legal cards in an investigation. So big burden on that person. This is someone pretty well known, somebody that's kind of celebrity like.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to say it's somebody, like maybe a carryover from Trump's administration.
Okay. I have a fun question for 2021, and what kind of questions are we going to do New Year's Eve night? Is it going to be all 2021 stuff, or?
Pretty much, because we're saying goodbye to 2020. Yeah. I'll take any kind of questions for tomorrow night because we're going to be on for hours. So I posted on my community tab. You guys can go in there and give us a bunch of questions because we need a lot to read on if I'm going to try to go for several hours.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a nap.
Yes, stay as long as you want. I was going to try to stay up all the way till Becca's midnight.
Okay. Yeah.
Pacific time.
So I probably should go to Starbucks and actually get some espresso. Probably. I'm serious. I'm really, really serious.
I'm actually going to try to stay up late tonight and sleep in tomorrow, so I'll be able to stay up late tomorrow night easier.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know if I can do that or not. We'll see. All right. So let's just ask, what is something that takes place in 2021 that, because we got gobsmacked, by the virus, although I think you had predicted that or something. But what's coming up in 2021 that we're not asking about, that we're not, so we don't get gobsmacked again? What else? Is it something really great and fantastic, or what's something coming up in 2021 that we don't have any knowledge of?
Good or bad, right?
Good or bad.
My climbing to higher ground card keeps falling out.
Oh boy.
So that's improvement.
It is getting to the top of the mountain despite the trouble. What comes up in 2021 that we just don't know anything about?
I'm hearing by next Christmas we'll be doing so much better. It's going to be a little rough at first, but by next Christmas we'll be doing so much better. So we all know it can't change overnight. There's too much.
Steven says we're going to have an alien invasion. Wink, wink. He always cracks me up. Steven and David always crack me up. Oh, God, I was hoping we'd get the star for something up at the top. I can't wait to see what you've got now. Thank you, Miss Laura.
Yes, we're asking something we don't know, and I get the high priestess on the bottom. Yeah, tell me something we don't know.
I'm afeared.
It's kind of crazy. I'm getting a foreign leader.
Okay.
That there's lies about involving gifts of money, that there's moneyed news on, and his ending.
Wow.
And his ending.
Thank you, Tawana.
His ending is going to be done in a sneaky way, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
Like somebody takes him out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's like Erdogan or MBS, or what's the guy that looks like Hitler in the country that's just ravaged? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm feeling like there's death and grieving.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that was dark. Okay, angels, don't show me the dark stuff anymore.
What? Oh, not Trudeau. No, who's the
Thank you, Cecil.
Thank you, Cecil. Oh my God. Who is that? Whose country? Not Turkey, not Russia, but they both have forces in there. Oh my God, I can see his face and I can't. Bolsonaro. Nope.
Middle East, Eastern, Western.
Well, oh my God. I'm so embarrassed I can't think of his name. It'll come to me.
Okay.
Anyway, I also see that some sort of person that thinks they're a superstar, there will be revealings. So I've got the chariot and the star. Syria, thank you. Assad, thank you, Lynn. I knew where my brain was, even though I couldn't think. Oh my God.
Getting older.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I think it's a someone who takes that really hard stance, you know, like a king, or you know, someone like Erdogan or Assad. But I feel like there'll be people that go to jail over it, and then but we feel happy about it. And then I also think, I looked at it when you were talking, I looked at it and I saw we're going to use the armed forces to help us get the vaccination, because there could be some more small lockdowns, but then they come to help us.
Getting our allies back.
Yeah, getting our allies back. You could look at it that way too, although I didn't get the world card. But yeah, I think we should.
I just tried to pull again to get something else, and I did it again, like a foreign leader that took gifts of money, illumination on it. He lied about it. And then I get same 2 cards, and I just shuffled and shuffled and shuffled.
Wow. Okay.
And I spread my cards and pull from different places. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, I have a really bad feeling about Erdogan. Thank you, Ms. Lynn.
I don't think Putin's going to fare too well either.
Yeah, Susie, the National Guard or the Army Corps of Engineers or the reserves, people are going to that have this ability are going to come in to really help us with. I think Biden's going to put like a certain arm of it, like, you know, that's going to really help us out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Putin's got sanctions to look forward to. So,
Tabsy, where are you that you're in lockdown? In California or? Okay, so do you want to ask about any of those leaders or anything else about 2021?
Yeah, show me Putin in 2021.
Okay, that's a good one.
Show me Putin in 2021.
Show us Putin, please, in 2020. What are you seeing?
He's going to travel to see another foreign leader. So one of his, you know, he's going to act all victorious. That's him. You know, look at me, look at me. He's not unlike Trump, but he's got lots of money flowing in. And and to the oligarchs, but he's embattled over it because he's been trying to keep it hidden. He's trying to get something new going with this money right now. And I get that he's like protecting himself here in Russia, but he is going on a trip to see another foreign leader and probably taking an oligarch with him. And there's going to be a little bullying going on. So he's going to try to milk more money out of a deal.
Okay. I got traveling too. He is sinking even more into the negative side, the shadow side of himself, because I've got the devil on the doorstep, followed by the moon, which is really gross, those two together.
Yeah.
And with the associations that you were talking about. And then he thinks he can come out on top, but he isn't going to have an easy time of it. So he dips down and then he comes back up a bit. And whenever I ask what we're going to do to them, keeps coming in the import-export business, like the waterways and shipping and
trying to ship his oil out. It's sanctioned in a lot of countries, so he can't ship it to them.
Yeah. What are you looking at now?
I was looking to see if it's the Saudi prince that he's going to visit. He talks to him.
Oh, he does?
He talks to him a lot.
Oh, page of wands. Okay.
Yeah. He's got unfinished work with him. And there's a lot of money on the table with him. So with the Saudi prince. So it could be he goes to see. Tries to strong arm the Saudi prince.
He tries to strong arm him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tries to have the upper hand with him.
Tabsy is in South Africa. Okay, good to know. Thanks for letting us know that. Hopefully put them in the prayer box too.
So should we look at Erdogan?
I would like very much to look at Erdogan because he popped in my head, boom, just like
well, now that Flynn's pardoned, his little buddy.
Yeah.
Let's look at Erdogan in 2021.
Erdogan in 2020.
2021.
2021. I always do that on the year, although you'd think I'd be really sticking to that 21 this year. However, my granddaughter was born in 2020, so I am just always going to look at it as a blessed year, even though we had such other terrible things happen.
He's just going to kind of watch what the fallout is once Trump is out for a little bit here, because any plans that he's trying to make get delayed. Like he can't do anything once Trump has gone away. And some of this has to do with the, I feel like it's Khashoggi's death. He can't get anything going, but he sticks very tightly to his allies. He celebrates with them, the countries that support him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just trying to move on post-Trump, and he can't really do anything.
He can't. He's really worried that something that he did, a deal and a gamble that he took with Trump, and even some Russian money may come out. He's very, very scared of that. He's really, really worried that could come out. But I see him as being blocked from being able to move forward with anything.
I'm going to say mid-year, he's got a really big change of fortune.
Okay, I got the wheel too. Yeah,
that we're going to hear about. But I had to pull quite a few
look what
cards.
You got. Look, we got the exact same cards: the page and the wheel.
Yeah, and I threw the death card in there too, which is also big change for me. So right. I feel like that's mid-year. He's got a big change he has to adapt to, and I don't feel like it's a good change.
Yeah, he doesn't do so great. I'm thinking. Let's just take a quick look at MBS. For 2021. Is that good?
Mm-hmm. I had to get a sip of tea. I was about to.
Right.
Thank you, Rosa.
Thank you, Miss Rosa. Oops, MBS. 2021. How does MBS do in 2021? You already done? Okay.
I'm still shuffling. Let's see.
Benny, I asked about Abbott and DeSantis a while back. They're both going to go down in history, and they're both going to encounter several legal problems when all the dirty laundry comes out.
I can tell you one thing, Biden's not going to have the Russians in the White House the day he's inaugurated. And you don't have to be a psychic to know that, right?
Oh, no.
Remember that? That was like, oh my God, right off the bat. Really?
Right.
That's what you're going to do day one.
Boy, he's a sneaky character. I'm going to laugh if you get the Seven of Swords. Oh, boy. We're going to have to keep our eyeballs on him.
He's working money too. You know, he's got a year of big changes. So, you know, he's going to be out in the cold like he's no longer a big ally. You know, he's out in the cold. So he's going to kind of turn his back on us here and, you know, look elsewhere. He's also watching and waiting to see what the fallout is here once Trump is gone. But yeah, he's getting into some dark, crazy stuff too. I mean, his fortunes are changing. But it's interesting. I get all these aces. He's starting something new that's a new source of income that he's inspired to do. And it brings steady money into him. It's something he's thought about for a long time. And he finally gets it complete. So he's got steady money coming from somewhere. Yeah, he's going to be caught with sneaky things that he did with Trump. Yeah.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
he took advantage. Boy, it wasn't just Putin. It was MBS too, because he really did. He just, when he offered Trump deals, he just saw him as just really stupid, and he just ran with the money, you know, just with the deals that he got, whatever he got from him and Jared.
And Jared, yeah.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot about him that we won't know. I do think something else will come out about Khashoggi. But there's still this underground stuff But he thinks his money, he gets people to just do stupid things for it. And some of it we're never going to know. His hands get tied with something, though. And they also have a problem with an internet. So I wonder if they get, I think they get a big hack somehow.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wouldn't it?
I think, yeah, anybody that hacks into our government, we ought to be going full force after hacking the crap out of them.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I think they're going to get hacked. Because this is my internet card, and there's the spy. Okay. All right. Who else are we asking about real quick?
Is Kim Jong-Un still dead?
He's still dead.
Because I always get he's dead.
Yeah. Kim Jong-Un.
Kim Jong-Un. Where is he? We didn't see him for... Will we see him for Chinese New Year?
When is that? I can't remember when that is.
Should be in February.
February? Yeah, because it's around Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
I remember we used to go throw oranges in the river. It's supposed to be a blessing. And it's supposed to be good for your love life. So I put a whole bushel in. I'm just kidding.
Y'all go stock up on your fruit and go find a river to put it in for Chinese New Year.
Yeah. Kim Jong-Un.
You know, now we don't even see a sister. We don't see anybody.
No, isn't that weird? Thank you, 5 Paces, for putting the questions in. This is a weird.
It's always weird with the
mixed trick. They're still just trying to hold on to the money.
Yeah, it's like you know, he's gone. I think he's gone. They're just keeping it hidden here in the past.
What was the first card you got?
The
5
of Pentacles, yeah. Which is one of my transitioning cards. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're trying to hang on to power, and you know, the challenge is for him to materialize, that's his challenge, like to appear, you know. So they're just holding steady with their trying to hang on to their power and their money. And something changes with them. There's a new action that is taken that is going to bring a lot of illumination on it. So whoever they're working with, we're going to find out. And I think it's another male. I think his sister's out of the picture now, because Kim Jong-Un, he's complete. He's gone. He's kaput. Wow. There's somebody else they're working with.
Yeah, I guess that the tower already went off at their base. You know, the shock and awe is already done. There's going to be so many conspiracy theories that come out about this. So many. But they're just trying to keep getting the money from the people, and they're trying to just hold on to this monarchy for right now.
Yeah, they're trying to hang on somehow through. I feel another man, because you know, here's my final last judgment card. Like, Kim Jong-un's on the other side. They're just trying to hang on to their power. They don't want to appear weak, so they may announce like who the new leader is. You know, it took them, I think it was 9 months when his dad died for them to say that his dad had died.
Yeah. And he was the little petulant child, like the little Trump that had to be seen all the time, you know, shooting off nukes and little temper tantrums and needing to be having his words heard, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
And then his sister stepped in, and we were seeing her. Right. And now all of a sudden, we don't see her.
Right. All right. How do you want to bring this to a close? What do you want to ask last?
I don't know.
What do we need to know?
What do we need to know for 2021?
What do we need to know? What do you and I need to know for 2020? I always go out in the morning for an hour just to write or collect my thoughts. I have to have outside time if it's not too cold. And there's been sirens it just seems like people are taking risks, and there's just so many sirens. It's like, don't take risks, I think. That's what hit me this morning.
Yeah, we know the Trumpsters are going to act out, but they'll eventually crawl back under their rocks. Yeah, I just feel like the FBI and stuff, they know a lot about these white nationalists. They just don't feel empowered to do anything right now because of Trump.
Okay, and Benny wants us to ask if there's going to be any big storms in 2021.
I just heard yes.
Okay.
But I guarantee you Biden will not be throwing paper towels at the people.
Oh, I don't even know how Trump got out of Puerto Rico that day. I don't know how he even...
That was the most disgusting thing.
It was very sick. It made me sick to my stomach.
That'd be like going in a hospital with a crown bug patient and stepping on their oxygen hose, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry to laugh about it. I have to laugh to keep from getting angry.
Right.
So what do we need to know for 2021? First thing I get is, the new leader on the bottom, Biden. Trump never really showed up as emperor for me. Biden, he's going to transition for me, I'm sure, from King of Cups into the emperor because he's a leader. He knows how to lead. There will be people that turn their backs on the thief, and that I get like separating even from the Republican Party. So as more and more illumination comes out, watch for more people turning their backs on Trump and finally like starting to wake up. And I get that Joe is going to be very busy working on new opportunities and new jobs for work.
Yes.
Very, very focused on that, and getting Congress to work together. Bringing peace. It's going to take a little time, but he's really going to, I think at first, besides the virus, he's going to work on new jobs.
Yeah, those be like you had two aces, not these same two. One of them you had, but yeah, lots of new starts, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new ways to bring in money, to prosper, to work with your creativity, to help other people. So,
and we learned under Obama, when Obama inherited the mess that Bush was at the end of his presidency, he learned like what worked and what didn't work that they tried, to stimulate the economy. So
right. So they're going to get incentives, and they're really going to try to help people out, but we're still going to need some economic help. but it will then start to flourish. But it's going to be a year of coming together that I don't think anybody really saw. This tragedy, what we're going through right now and what we've been through, the trauma is going to bring us together to work together in so many ways. So it's going to be like after 9/11 when everybody came together. It's just going to be, I know it's going to be difficult because Trump's crew isn't out of there and they're still stuck there for a little while as the challenge, but it will change.
You look at like voting on the stimulus bill, there were 44 Republicans that voted with the Dems. And I think that's going to start happening also in the Senate, where more start voting with the Dems because they've got constituents that they don't want to go home and hear, you only gave us $600. What are you thinking? So they see the suffering too. So I feel like Mitch will get weaker because he won't have the power to pull leverage on other Republican members.
Right. They won't be so afraid anymore. And I think our angels also want us to, really honor our inner child, play more, do puzzles. I just got puzzles from my niece that she already did, and she sent them to me. And, you've done a really great job. So be proud of what you've already accomplished. I mean, what we've gone through, I've talked to and done readings for a lot of people who haven't had a hug since March, so, let's embrace our inner child and pat yourself on the back, and new starts are coming.
When I see one of my neighbors I know, I'm like, virtual hug, I haven't hugged anybody since March.
The only one I've hugged is my granddaughter. I take a risk every time I do it, but okay. So let's see about storms. Let's just look at, are there going to be any bad storms in 2021?
Wouldn't it be funny if a big storm hit Mar-a-Lago?
There was one guy on YouTube last night. I didn't turn it on because I was watching some other documentary or something, but he was calling it Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago.
I'm going to say, yes, there is a big storm victory card on the bottom for that. Yes, on a big storm, and it's going to be a big burden in America because, we've got the pandemic going on. So I feel like the challenge is for like friends and people to go in there to offer help because traveling will be a problem to get in there and help because of what we're going through with the pandemic. So Biden has a big obstacle with that, a big challenge, to help people hang on. And there will be, I'm getting even, loss of life with it, but it's going to be really difficult to get people in there to help because of the pandemic. Like people can't even, where do you evacuate to?
Oh, right.
In a pandemic, Right. Like
well, they did it in Louisiana. Seems like they did it 3 times in a row, that poor state.
Yeah, but that was a Republican state where they weren't wearing masks. And guess what? They had a really high outbreak of purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
For entertainment purposes only. Okay. We here in the United States, in the 8th place, will have some sneak up storms, some sneak ups. But somebody in another part of the world will have one worse because I'm getting pop up around another country.
Like a cyclone or something overseas.
Yeah, and and then I got water on the top of that, and then I've got Earth next to this sneak up with us.
So more earthquake energy.
Yeah. I thought I'd have more water carts here. Well, I'm glad, because I was traumatized last year, last hurricane season. Okay.
Somebody was asking me spring, summer, winter, when. I'm getting it's a very, very strong storm, very strong. And again, it's going to be during the pandemic. So
oh boy,
you're probably looking at spring into summer. And the strength card for me is also kind of a leading into summer card.
Yeah, well, and that's a Leo card too.
Yeah.
I
get like it's a problem getting medical assistance in.
Oh, good Lord.
And you're right, something big overseas also.
Okay. I hope not. I think it's going to be a better year. I think we're going to pull together in ways we never thought we were going to pull together.
Yeah. I don't usually read too much on storms, because every year we have storms. We do. Every year. So it's I don't read on it a lot, because yes, we're going to have storms. Yes, we're going to have earthquakes. Yes, we're going to have fires. Weather is hard to read on, but this year it looks like it'll be really nasty because of the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to stick together and help our neighbors, right?
That's it.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on my channel.
Thank you for having me. We've been talking about it for a few weeks. I was like, I gotta get with Lori.
It's such a pleasure, and we always seem to get the same cards. It's pretty funny. I'm always floored with that. So it still sort of shocks me, and I don't know why, but it just.
I know. I've been reading 40 years, and it shocks me. Like if I pull the same cards over and over, or if I pull the same cards as another reader I'm reading with, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. So, and I think we got a lot of information. Thanks everyone who tuned in, and join us tomorrow night. What time do we start, Jen, on your channel tomorrow night?
The readers will start at 11 Eastern. The moderators, Meet the Moderators, will be at 10 Eastern time, 10 p.m.
Looking forward to that. I can't wait to meet some of the moderators.
Yeah, we're going to bring in the New Year's, East Coast time, and then Central time, Mountain time, and then Pacific time for as long as people want to hang on with us.
Yeah, and I will go and get some espresso.
We took breaks too. Like I went and made popcorn and brought it back and was eating popcorn at one point, like 5 hours into it. So
yeah, because even though I went out, I continued to watch. So I lay down, but I continued to watch you guys.
I have to rest my voice at some time, because like the next day I was like so hoarse from talking for 7 hours.
Yep. Thanks moderators. Thanks for the super chats. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye.